There are sinister plots to scuttle the 2023 general election through orchestrated removal of the chairman of the National Electoral Commission, that Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, from office. But such plans failed when the Federal High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, sitting in Garki, Abuja, quashed the allegation of false asset declaration brought against Professor Yakubu. The court went ahead to bar security agencies from investigating him over his valid asset declaration. In judgment, Justice M.A. Hassan found that the declaration of the asset by Professor Yakubu was lawful, valid, and in compliance with the law. Hence, it cannot be investigated by any security agencies listed by the claimants. MJ, why is this coming now? How many days to the election? What kind of distraction is this to Professor Mahmood? You know, if you remember 2015, run up to 2015 election, there was this pressure on Goodluck Jonathan, former President Goodluck Jonathan, to actually remove Professor Mahmood Jega. And if groups across the country held rallies and there was this agitation, but it stood its ground, and maybe some people will say that was a victory for democracy, and some other set of people will say that was it's actually ill.
It's the enemies of Nigeria and the enemies of progress, enemies of democracy that play here, because this is somebody that is serving his, I think he's serving the second term as INEC Chairman. And you are bringing up this kind of very...
days to the general election.
To the general election. I mean, but I love the spirit of
the judge,
Justice Mariam Hassan of the FCT High Court, who said even not only the DSS, the police and the Code of Conduct Bureau should not even go near him. She restricted them. And I think, see, they have attempted to disrupt the general elections by bombing INEC offices. When they see that that didn't work, that's why they are going straight for the jugular of the umpire. But I think they have failed. If they attempt to go to the appellate courts, they will still fail. They are planning to scuttle the conduct of the election, but I think Nigerians are wiser. And you know, the same thing is also happening to the governor of the central bank. But in that case, I mean, he is abroad now. He couldn't come home. I mean, he got an injunction to restrict the DSS from arresting him. They said he's plotting, he's sponsoring terrorism. I mean, governor of central bank. But then I also blame him. Why did you get yourself into the murky waters of politics by saying you want to contest in the first instance? If not for that, people will have risen up to actually fight for him and challenge the battle he's facing now. But for the INEC chairman, I think more Nigerians, and this where I expect the civil society organizations and well-meaning Nigerians to come up and actually defend the INEC chairman, that we must allow this election to hold. I mean, because it means so much to Nigerians. Nobody should be allowed, under any guise, to attempt to scuttle the conduct of the 2023 general elections that are just days away.
There seems to be something sinister when you're talking about his asset declaration form, and you know, the project is supervising now is something that, look, Professor Mahmood does not need any kind of distraction.
Yeah, why? We should put such things in perspective. By the provision of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, no single individual, no Nigerian that cannot be investigated.
Yes.
Let us get that right. I don't know how the judge came about no investigation. There's a difference between investigation and prosecution. Every Nigerian, from the president to the last person in Nigeria, can be investigated. And by that expression of that same constitution of 1999 as amended, The only people that cannot be prosecuted are the president, the vice president, governor, and deputy governors. They are covered by immunity. Every other Nigerian can be investigated and can be prosecuted. I think we should get that clear, very, very clear. Can the chairman of INEC be investigated? Yes.
Yes, but what of the timing?
No, I'm just coming. I just want to put this in perspective, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Can he be prosecuted? Can he be investigated? Yes. So, but the fact is that, why is he being investigated now? Why did anybody go to court just a few days to the election? That is where the issue is. So, if by the provision of the Constitution, the INEC chairman can be investigated, but it seems it's the work of what we call in journalism the fifth columnist. People who want to, if you read that, you see where the person that initiated that court said it should be suspended. When you use the word suspended, what are you trying to imply? That means that you have, yes, that means that you have, there are certain things that you have. So you have at the back of your mind. Are you going to suspend the person that's supposed to conduct the? This is just part of the game plan. There have been instances where some people are not comfortable with some of the things that INEC chairman has been doing. AY, I was at a stakeholders meeting that was addressed by the chairman of INEC some few weeks back here in Lagos, where he addressed some editors. And he mentioned some of the fears that he has as the chairman of the. Part of it is, one, security. Very, very key towards the 2020. Now, he also talked about the issue of burning of their offices across. You see that there's this system where certain individuals, they may be politicians, are now going to INEC offices to burn INEC offices. It is believed that some of them are those that believe that they might not be able to have their way because of the introduction of beavers. Gone are the days where politicians wait until election day to snap ballot boxes and write results. Those days are over. They know that they cannot be able to do that. So anybody that is trying to truncate this election that is coming up in February is not a patriotic. So I think in tandem with the judgment and the decision of the judge of the court, so that we don't have this unnecessary distraction now. And for whatever election to that talking of, I think they should just think of something else to do. But as far as this issue is concerned, this election will be held in February and March, and INEC chairman has said that there is no going back on this. So they should just forget it.
What the injunction actually affected the security agencies and extended to the police that it should not be harassed or touched pending the determination of the substantive case.
Yeah, because what they are seeking is actually funny. It didn't just feel normally all public office holders feel their code of conduct reform, where you declare your assets and what have you, not later than probably 3 months after you are elected into office, so that people will know your true worth and value when you come into office. And when you leave, when you are exiting office after 4 or 5 year tenure, you are supposed to fill another code of conduct form at the end of your tenure. Because I took part in that exercise between 2010 and 2014. They want to know how much you have accrued while in office, vis-a-vis how much you have earned legally and those, while you were in office. So, but he didn't just fill this form today. So why are they coming now at the eve of the election, quote and unquote, to seek for his suspension from that office? And these are people that have been saying that they don't want beavers to be used. They want us to go back to the old way of conducting elections where
with incident form.
With incident form, so that they can bypass beavers. They know that it's becoming increasingly difficult for them to rig elections. So they are trying to come through all manner of ways to try and either get him removed so that they can have their way.
Let's take this caller. Daniel is calling us from Newman in Adamawa State. Thank you for joining us. Oh, Daniel, I think we lost that call.
So So basically, I think, like I said, Nigerians should rise up and, challenge these enemies of democracy, so to say. Because, yes, we understand that no Nigerian is above the law. You can be investigated except for those who are the presidents and those who are elected as governors and their deputies. They are those that have immunity.
We'll take this break